juice?
Yeah.
Bismillah.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Alright, we're here, you know what I mean, in Passaic, New Jersey. We're at the, you know, back in the day, we used to have the after party, but this is the after ibadah, right? After the masjid, after Isha, inshallah ta'ala, coming out to get something to eat, talking. What's going on, man? And then discussing about some of the struggles and the trials that the converts go through. So we, in discussing some of these trials and tribulations that we went through, we was talking about some of the things 18 years ago that, you know, when I first walked into the masjid and what that experience was like. So I was telling Sheikh Yusuf that when we first walked into the masjid, man, I walked into a masjid that was on the second floor, and underneath on the first floor was a chicken shack. They used to, it was a chicken slaughterhouse. They used to slaughter the chickens. And then when we went up there, you know, the first time I walked into the masjid, all I smelled was chicken. The first thing I thought to my mind was like, damn, you know, these brothers, they either got strong faith, or they're a little crazy, man, subhanallah, right? And then when you would make sajda, you would smell that chicken smell in the rug, man, subhanallah. And at this particular masjid, we used to pay like $300-400 a month, max. And it was hard for us to come up with that money, man. It was extremely difficult, subhanallah. And I ain't even gonna front, the earpiece? I ain't even gonna front that, you know, subhanallah, when we was out there, you know, even when I got married, I'm gonna throw it out there, khalas. You know what I mean? Brothers, don't do this to your wife, man, all right? Look, I'm gonna be honest. Honey, I love you, I'm sorry. You know, but even when I got married, I told my wife, I was like, look, man, this is my masjid. And, you know what I mean, I want to get married in my masjid. And subhanallah, you know, my father-in-law, he came out with the, you know what I mean, the convertible. He pulled the convertible out, put my wife in the convertible. He was all souped up. You know, he's not a Muslim, man. He was souped. He drove her to the masjid. He came to the masjid. The scent hit him. He's like, He started walking around, looking around. He's like, yo, I'm gonna go to the store and get something to drink. You want some? He never came back, subhanAllah. You know what I mean? My poor wife, you know what I mean? You know, my not being knuckleheaded, you know what I mean? I put her through that situation, you know what I mean? Alhamdulillah, subhanAllah. Brothers, don't ever do that to your wife, man. You know, take her to a nice location, especially if you got non-Muslim family, take them to a nice location. Let them get married somewhere nice where you can affect your family, alhamdulillah, you know, with something positive, alhamdulillah. But, you know, in this particular masjid, subhanAllah, we used to pay about $400 a month. And then the building got taken away from the owners and we ended up getting kicked out. And we were like, what are we going to do? SubhanAllah, we was barely being able to pay $400. Where are we gonna find another spot that's gonna charge us $400 a month? And we found a spot across the street, and instead of over a chicken shack, we was over a fish store, SubhanAllah. So we went from chicken over the fish store. And you know, subhanAllah, there we was paying $1,200 a month. And you know, we was like, how are we gonna do it? It was months when we walked in, the lights was off. But alhamdulillah, everybody who pulled together, pulled their resources, and then, you know, we would pay the bills, and we struggled like that month after month after month. Even with paying the imam, Allah reward him, Allah grant him, you know, blessings, and grant his family blessings for that struggle, man, and trying to continue being the imam and not really getting paid a good salary just because he believed in the cause. But subhanAllah, you know, part of the convert struggles, in a spot, $400 a month, smelled like chicken, then the $1,200 a month, had, you know what I mean, over the fish store. So you had both scents, you know, subhanAllah, I took my wife in there, my father-in-law walked out on me. You know, this is part of the convert struggle, and this is what we go through. So inshallah ta'ala, you know, like we say in Spanish, si se puede. Yes, you can. Keep up the struggle, keep up the hard work, use wisdom and hikmah in everything that you do, inshallah ta'ala, and everything should be okay. I'm your brother Abdul Razak Abu Sumayyah, and that's just one chronicle for today, inshallah. We'll be back in the future with more. Barakallahu feekum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.